I have just a few minutes before I have to pick up my kids, and I'm gonna pop into the Dollar Tree and see what I can find for the beginner gardener. Okay, so upon entering, there's some Valentines, and then look at all this cute garden decor. I was just at Michael's, and then this was, I don't even know how much it was there, but this is Dollar Tree, so should be pretty inexpensive. Look at this. I wonder what a little dog with eyes. This one's $5. What a wonderful world. Oh, this is kind of cute. Oh, this is actually super cute. And then there's some hummingbird feeders. This is a little hanging pot. Oh, this is actually the hanging planter, and then you put your own pot inside. And then there's the hangers. A little fairy decor. Maybe I should start a fairy garden. How much are these? Look at this bench. It's so cute. If it doesn't say, does it mean it's $1? Over here, there's some nozzles. There's also some plant brackets, shovel. And over here, we've got pruners, different kinds, serrated, needlepoint, bypass, and some shovels. Call this one the garden spade. This one's the shovel. Cultivators. Ooh, this is interesting. A little watering stick. I guess you fill it up in the bottom. And then maybe this is more of a houseplant thing. Here's the ball kind. And then there's even a little mushroom. Cute. Oh, little dragonfly clips. And then there's garden decor. This mushroom's really cute. Look at that. These gloves are super cute too. Let's see. Yep, I guess if it's not marked, it's $1, right? And these ones are a little bit stuck because it is plastic, but they're dipped. So these are kind of nice to have just around. I like this lemon pattern. This is a cute kind of sweet. It makes me think of sweet peas, but it's tulips. Roses. Those would be good to have. And there's some more if you like different kinds. These ones are more obviously dipped. We've got pots, so it looks like they're all $1.50. There's some smooth round kinds. These ones are kind of fun, a little upscale. For indoor houseplants, I think this is great. There's a bigger size down there. There's even some stackables for $1.50. It's not bad. These are all the different pot options. I think they just got a bunch because last night or the other night I was here, it was all empty. Ooh, some watering cans. Okay, that's a nice easy one to use and have. Down here, there's hanging baskets. Now this is a good deal. Let's see. It's not marked, so I'm guessing they're $1 for some hanging baskets. Comes with hardware. It's a good size. And then the cocoa liner is here also. So I think this plus that should be about $2 maybe. And then it comes in white. What is this? So I think this hangs on a fence, and then you can put your pot in there. These are kind of cute. There's this style. These are all plastic. You can drill a hole or punch it right there. There's even, sets of dishes. This is a 2-pack. These almost looks like plates, but I think they're supposed to be plant saucers. Different sizes. Those are kind of cute. And then it comes in green and black. Oh, this is fun. A little plastic bird feeder for only $5. I might get this too. I have a bird feeder I need to set up, but this is kind of cute. I like this one. Okay, so there's an entire section of solar stake lights, all different styles. These ones are more modern. These ones are kind of that window look. There's decorative down at the bottom, copper, silver. There's even this gunmetal. So the top has the solar, and then you just stick it in the ground. Oh, this one looks like it's different color changing. And then the bottom ones don't change color. Oh wait, those ones change color, but these other ones don't change color. This is a hook lantern that you could hook. That's like a tiki torch. And then some more artwork. And there's some trellising. It's not going to be for a very large plant, but it works for something small. There's a lot of fake flowers here, but we won't go into that. On this side, I totally missed it, but there's like a tiny little greenhouse. You can start tomatillos, thyme, all of these. And then lots of seeds. Oh, look, microgreens, zinnias. What's this? Wildflower blend, wildflower pollinator blend. I'm gonna have to get a basket. Oh, there's some stuff. There's cocoa core to start seeds. There's something for birds. There's a chain. There's seed starter pots. And there's like a little hand rake. I guess it's actually not a hand rake. Let's see if I can get one out. I'm not hurting myself here. Oh, here. And then you just put on your own stick. Or you can use it as a hand rake. I don't need that, so I'm going to put this away. There's some plant clips right here. So this is pretty good. $1.25 for... Oh, wait, no, that's the flag back there. But these look like they would work really well. So let's take a look at the little seed starting house. It's just a plastic tray with a plastic top. So there aren't any cocoa core things to start with. So I think you would need this. And then maybe this brick. You would soak that and then start your seeds in there, or put that brick back. You could get the pots and put a few pots in here if you felt like you needed a little greenhouse. I have a big greenhouse, so I don't need that. But over here are some seeds, non-GMO, 3 for $1.50. And these are full-size seed packets. And let me start. These are full-size seed packets. There's some chives. And on the back, it says pack for 26, sell by 12/26. So these are out for this year. And there aren't a ton of seeds. It's 100 milligrams net weight. But there's some in there. And it tells you how to do it on the back. And then you have cilantro, dill, basil, wax beans, Kentucky Wonder, tender improved bush. So this is a bush variety. It will grow just like a bush size. This is going to need trellising. This will not. They might need some staking, but not a whole trellis like the pole beans. The beets look really great. What's this? Curly kale. This one is cabbage, cantaloupe, carrots, cauliflower, some cucumbers. Here's some more cucumbers. There's a pickling cucumber, eggplant, some lettuces, iceberg, bunching onions. These look like shelling peas, sweet peppers, pumpkin, scarlet globe, radish. There's spinach, zucchini. There's some more squash, butternut squash, corn. There's some tomatoes. Let's see, what kind are they? Beef steak. That one is red cherry, large fruited. And then we have some purple top, white globe, and sugar baby. If I was just starting out how to garden, I probably would grab a pair of gloves to protect your hands. I'd probably pick a pruning shear versus a needlepoint or the serrated, because chances are you can handle a lot with the bypass, and you can do even small tender things with the bypass, but with the needlepoint it is for thinner things to cut. And the serrated, I haven't really had a need for this one, so if you can only buy one and you have a tight budget, I would go with this guy. And then for the rest of the budget, I would just spend it on getting a bunch of different seeds to try. And even here, these are the bigger packs. Like, you could do microgreens, and this is a really easy way to get some more greens in your diet. Cut it and put it in your salads, put it in your sandwiches, and you don't even need dirt. You can just put it in a container that you have at home. So there's a lot of different ways. These ones are ready to go. You just have the planting medium and the seed already, and you probably, the idea is that you take one of these and one of the little greenhouses and you're fine. There is one tip I would tell you though, is when you use a greenhouse, you do want to give it some breathing room sometimes, or it can suffocate the plant, especially seedlings, depending on where you are, of course. And don't put it in direct sun, put it in some shade. There's also this I didn't see until now, but this is a cloche, and this is how it goes. You would put your plant. Let's pretend this is a plant. You would put your plant on the inside. This could go in your garden, and there's some breathing holes so it doesn't keep little critters out like snails and ants, but it would potentially keep, you know, rabbits or something like that from nibbling. But I will say, if a rabbit was hungry, they could chew their way through and still get to it. Or for some of you who have deer, they could just very easily move that. There are other ways. I know some people use the wastebasket upside down on top of their crops. That way you can pin it down. So there's that option. That's it for the Dollar Tree. I hope you saw something that you liked. I want to know what you found. I am not going to get anything today because I'm trying to be very good. There isn't anything that I need at this exact moment, but I still like to look. I might come back for some of these little fairy accessories. They're just so cute, but I tend to buy things before I'm ready for the project. So I'm going to slowly walk away before I spend more than I need to, and that's a tip I would share with you. Make sure you like and then subscribe to my channel, because let's see you in the next video.